Imagine someone sitting outside of your house in a car and they're able to connect to your main Wi-Fi because they have the password, the same local network as everything else, like your personal devices, your smart home dashboards, your network storage, etc. I'm Dr. Lana Denny, Bulletproof Babes, self-defense based on behavioral sciences. Welcome to our weekly digital self-defense tip. Today, I'm going to show you how to set up a guest network for your home's Wi-Fi so you never have to share that password with guests, repairmen, perhaps a neighbor who asks because their ISP is down. Because if someone can get on your Wi-Fi, they can wreak havoc in your life in so many ways. They can see and potentially interact with all of your devices on your network, particularly easy is your any IoT devices. That's Internet of Things, like a Ring camera, baby monitor, smart TV, Alexa, smart thermostats, smart refrigerators, and on and on. These types of devices have notoriously weak security. So imagine if you had a boyfriend or girlfriend who had your Wi-Fi password, and then the relationship went bad, and they decided to turn off your refrigerator or set your thermostat to 90 degrees, all from the comfort of their car outside of your house. Setting up a guest network and only sharing that password can protect you from scenarios like that. And beyond the security risks, there's also practical issues. A guest streaming or torrenting files can choke your bandwidth. And if you work from home, that's going to be a problem. My friend went through this when he had this little in-law unit that he decided to rent out, and he naively put Wi-Fi included in the lease. And he got some lady in there that was streaming constantly and used up all the bandwidth. And if somebody does something illegal on your connection, law enforcement will trace it back to your IP address. Now imagine if you had to share your Wi-Fi with a repair person, and then they sit out in their truck using your network to access child SA material. That activity traces back to your IP address first, which means you're the one explaining it. If someone uses your network for something seriously bad, you don't want to be the one answering the knock on that door. So normally I walk you through step by step how to do these things, but there's way too many router brands to show one exact method. But don't worry, this is simple. I tried it at my home Wi-Fi and it literally took me 30 seconds. First, let me say, if you have a router with an app on your phone, like newer routers do, just open the app, look for the settings wheel, and there's a guest network setting that you can just turn on, guest network. And it'll generate a really secure passcode too. And it gives you a QR code that your guests can scan or a link that you can directly text them. But let's just say you have an older router. It's still easy. Just go to your router box and look for this sticker. You're looking for a number that's going to look like 192.168.1.1. You type that directly into your browser, into the search bar, and voila, you have the control panel for your router. Now log in using the admin and the password for your router, which is not the same as your Wi-Fi password. And if you're still using the default admin and password that was on the router, for the love of God, please change it. That's a huge security risk. It's like going on vacation and leaving your front door unlocked. Okay, so you're on your router's control panel. Next, look for something that says wireless settings, Wi-Fi settings, or it'll say guest settings. It'll be one of those three. Enable the guest network and give it a name like Guest of Mine or Smith's Family Guest Network or whatever. And a strong password that is different than your Wi-Fi password. Now, depending on how old your router is, you want to look for a setting that's labeled AP isolation or client isolation, or it might say network isolation. Turn that on. That prevents guests from seeing anything on your network or interacting with any of your devices. On my new router, that was actually automatic when I set the guest network. Now, if you really want to get fancy and this matters to you, you can actually set a bandwidth limit to the guest network, like my friend with the renter should have done. That would have alleviated his problem, or an expiration time. Like maybe that repairman is only in your house for the day, then you can set it to expire at the end of the day at 5 o'clock. Now, here's some resources if you had trouble with any of this. Just get on Chat GPT or whatever AI you're using and ask how to do a guest network for your brand of router. And it'll walk you through the exact steps for your particular model. Hey, hope that helps, and I'll see you soon.